Schools hold children. Houses hold people. Brains hold information. So what does a box hold? Well, in my case, it held a package of new pencils, some room decorations my mother had collected for me, my old Cub Scout activity book, and 14 sports pennants. I learned over time that the end of the school year is when teachers go through their junk and find out what they don't need anymore. Clearly, this room was where they put it. There were over 30 desks, 3 TV carts, 4 computers, several old bookcases, and an old globe, the kind with 2 Germanys and the USSR. Here I stood at the doorway I would enter every day for the next 4 years. But I didn't care. What I cared about was that school was starting in 4 days, and I was stuck with a mess fit for Sanford & Sons. I stepped further into my room, but before I could set down my box, I sensed a presence standing behind me. I spun around to find a woman standing in my doorway. This was obviously one of my new teaching partners. She introduced herself as Linda Melton, and she looked at me suspiciously. Who is this guy? Is he responsible? Why is he holding a box? I explained to Mrs. Melton that I had just driven straight from Lake Tahoe, and I was here to set up my classroom. I don't think she was listening. She was looking at the box. Is that all you brought? No, I have other... Oh, for my classroom? Well, yeah. That's when it hit me. I was in way over my head. The sum of my teaching experience could fit into one small box. Thankfully, my relationship with Mrs. Melton improved. She bought me some new supplies for my classroom and gave me advice about what furniture to keep. She, along with Mrs. Kate, nurtured me through my first year of teaching, becoming proxy mothers while my own mother worried about me from Wyoming. 4 years flew by, and I stood staring at my own stack of boxes in the corner of my classroom. A first-year teacher was taking my place, so I decided to sort through all my junk and find out what I didn't need anymore. After having said all my goodbyes, I walked to the office, turned in my keys, and picked up my one box. It held some books, a few leftover pens and pads of paper, and it even held one of my new baseball pennants. But really, it held so much more.